Hi guys, I hope you guys can hear me. So, pretty sure you guys do. I'm going to be doing the weekly reading or the weekly energies, and this is for August 31st to August 6th. I had to write it down because I always forget. Um, Give me a moment. Sorry about the camera. So the sun comes in and out and kind of changes the filter or adjusts the lighting in the camera. So, okay. So let's take a look at the energies, and as usual, I'm going to do my tarot and healing cards. And today, I am going to be giving you some messages from the Celtic Spirit Tarot, which is very nice deck. It's mostly nature related. So, who or what is coming towards you? What do you need to know this week about the energies? And let's see if there's some messages of support coming through here or what you guys need to expect. So, who or what is coming towards you from August 31st to September 6th. Let's get started. All right. For some of you, there could be maybe you guys are traveling or thinking of traveling. There's also an energy of someone or something being at a distance. Looking from far away. Maybe you would feel, somebody's or a person's energy. This week for you guys. Um, Somebody is trying to reconnect on a mental level, maybe thinking about you. This is also about reviewing, also or taking a look at what the potential future might be as well for some of you. You could be maybe getting ready, um, maybe in the couple of months when it comes to next year's goals that you may also be having. Um, Maybe also some of you will start getting ready or planning some sort of travel. The holidays are gonna start coming and time's gonna just move very fast, I feel, for some of you. So if you have not done so, and if this is something that it's been on your mind or you have been wanting to kind of, write down some sort of goals or plan something out, I feel like this is a time for you to get that started, right? For some of you, there is some sort of not trouble, traveling, you may be traveling somewhere. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So if you have been going through a very heavy period, uh, this could be financially or emotionally. I feel like this is something that's going to start moving away from you, clearing away. There's like a period of being stuck or some sort of stagnation that I feel potentially for some of you. And that's going to start moving away from you as of this week. For some of you, I sense like maybe stress or depression. Um, or you could have been going through something very difficult emotionally. So let's see. So this one jumped out and it landed upright. So the Four of Pentacles talks about if you were having money issues, because the Four of Pentacles is mostly about when you go through like a struggle, let's say, and you're just trying to really hang on tight to something or some sort of material, could be money in your life, and you're just having a hard time letting it go, right? But at the same time, if you hold on too tightly, it's still you kind of being in that lack mentality that you will probably not be able to have enough. For some of you, It could also be completely the opposite, where you need to kind of reevaluate finances. This is energy of money that has been coming through in my reading. So for some of you, this is going to be something that you guys really need to watch very closely, because at the same time, we want to make sure that our finances are going where they're meant to be going, right? And but at the same time, you don't want to be too stingy with yourself, like, being in that lack that there's not going to be enough for you in the near future. So be very mindful on how to balancing both of those energies. For some of you, I do get with this Four of Pentacles, there might be some sort of money coming in, but you may hold on to this money like very tightly, right? Like protecting it, or something that you're going to be protecting. For some of you, this could also be protecting yourself, securing yourself. There's an energy here with this Four of Pentacles about living in lack or fear. I feel like it's because of this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. So something like that, just pay attention to, right? Where you might be guarding yourself, protecting yourself in some sort of way. This could be, in your energy. There's a sun coming again and then it goes. This could be in your energy, or this could be in your finances. So let's see what else. All right, we have the Three of Cups. So for some of you, there's some sort of reunion celebration happening as well. Maybe getting together with friends again, because I keep looking at this Four of Pentacles. Make sure that you know where you're spending, mind your spending. You're traveling here and connecting with other people, or going out and about, which is not a bad thing, but at the same time, keep balance here when it comes to your finances. But there's still that very guarded energy as well here, for some of you. And we have the Knight of Wands coming through here. So I feel like for some of you, you're definitely going to be taking some sort of action to get out of your comfort zone as well. I feel like there's a situation that you're going to push through also this week with this Knight of Wands. Um, there's like a very rebellious energy as well that I get here. I want to take a look at this Four of Pentacles though. Um, hmm. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there might be something where, especially this week, where you're going to have some sort of guard up, or having a hard time trusting yourself around people, um, or even yourself when it comes to money, because in the past there was something that kind of disappointed you. So be very mindful, that could be like a little wound there. And I don't know why Spirit's showing me this, but the only thing I would say is be mindful of, trying to understand that energy this week, because this is a pattern that you don't want to be in, and some sort of lack mentality, um, where you feel like there's not enough, or there's a situation that also disappointing you. I'm not going to go too deep, but I do feel like this is something where maybe in the past it puts you in a very stressful situation, right? And so right now you're just protecting yourself. The only issue that I do see here is that this could potentially become a pattern of yours, and you could be attracting future disappointments, or future scenarios that it's still going to make you want to get out of your comfort zone. So something like that. But I do feel like some of you will push through this with this Knight of Wands energy. Other than that, this week, I feel like it looks a little bit balanced for some of you. Like I said, this is probably the most stressful situation that you might be looking, where this Five of Pentacles, you getting out of this very deep, why I want to say like very stuck, low vibration energy, um, and I know it's a process, but again, we want to make sure we are aware where are we getting ourselves out from and where we want to be in the future. So I get, with this Three of Wands, I feel like you need to really make some sort of plan or start creating some sort of plan towards your future in every way or aspect as possible, right? And there's a very strong emphasis on money, self-worth, um, right? And working maybe on your self-esteem as well with this Five of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah. Try to also detach from outcomes, because I feel like this is also another thing that might have been affecting you when it comes to expecting a situation to play out and it just didn't happen. With that said, let's go to sorry. Let's go to our tea leaves and let's see what we have for you here. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some sort of reunion here. It's also going to uplift you very much with with this Three of Cups, some sort of celebration as well, right? So for some of you, this could be a reunion with a fire sign, maybe someone, I would say between 20s and 30s. And I feel like this is a person who could be traveling to you as well with this Three of Wands energy that could be at a distance. By mind again, there's a guarded energy that could be coming from either you or them. For some of you, guarding your energy, guarding your money, and for some of you, guarding maybe even your heart. So. Alright, so I already shuffled these a little bit, so let's get some more messages. What's coming or who's coming for August 31st? We have a caterpillar. Things will not always be this way, and change is coming. So the fastest way I feel for you to step into these changes is by you knowing, what changes you need to or want to have in your life. Creating a plan of like, all right, I'm here and this is where I want to be. And kind of telling the universe, I mean, you don't have to, but know how things will happen, because at the end that's the universe decision on how things will unfold. But know that you have the power to actually ask what it is that you want. We also have a basket recognition reward for merit too. So some of you, like with that Three of Cups, you might be getting recognized for something that you worked so hard and getting some sort of reward for it. All right, we have older women, dealing a relationship with an older woman. We have like, this could be also a woman that's very wise, maybe someone potentially in their 50s. So let's see. We also have Quill getting back to basis. So if you have been someone who has been maybe away from home, or maybe traveling or working, and maybe travel is related to your work, I feel like this, you might be going back again to where your new beginnings, or let's say like you work from home in, I don't know, New York, and I'm sorry, if you work like in New York but your home, it's, let's say, Texas, you might be going back to your hometown, and just maybe even take a break from all this noise. I felt like saying we also have someone is behaving stupidly. So yeah, be mindful of maybe a situation as well. There could be, like I said, there could be a Knight of Wands energy coming through here, or it could be someone who could be very, I would say, a little bit manipulative. Be careful. The Knight of Wands energy could be someone who is, you know, who's very cocky, who just does things without realizing, how that will affect maybe other person's feelings. So be mindful of somebody's actions as well. So let's see. Let me clarify this Turkey energy. Yeah, it's someone who's traveling to you, have a short journey, or you're traveling to them. That might kind of hit you by surprise. There could be like something they do, not they say, but something they do that, kind of makes you be like, all right, this person is still the same person that I've been, your intuition has been telling you. So be mindful of that as well. So, all right, let's get some messages from this Celtic spirit deck. Is it Celtic or Celtic? I don't know. English is complicated. Anyway, so let's see. All right, we have the first card. We have the pentagram. So know that you are being protected. And I feel like on a spiritual level, some of you are going to get help bringing balance back in your life. I feel like there is, if you have been feeling a very heavy energy lately, especially with that Five of Pentacles, like I said, maybe, I feel like you are being protected from that. And there's a message here from Spirit where they're trying to help you get out of wherever this may be. For some of you, maybe the environment you surround yourself, or someplace. If you're being guided to go back somewhere, maybe go back home. Like I said, if you're someone who's traveling right now and the energy feels like not very good, this is Spirit helping you get out of there. It could be a place, it could be an environment, it could be whatever situation. But you're also being protected this week as well. All right, we have the Weavers, Fate, Manifestations, and Decision. So, like I said earlier, there's something I feel like Spirit's gonna ask you to. There's changes coming, right? But you also play a big part of these changes here. And so what the best thing you can do is decide where you want to be in life when it comes to these changes. We have the Spirit of the Weaver here, manifestations and decisions. So you have to make some sort of choice and stick with that, right? Because you are the one manifesting your fate here. Fate's playing a big part in destiny, but also co-creating with you. So pay attention to that as well. For some of you, signs of manifestations could be spiders. So if you see a spider, know that there is something that You are manifesting. So be very mindful of the energy that you create at the moment as well. And we have the, I don't know how to say this, the Siohi. I don't even know if that's an O or a D. Says ancient knowledge, help, and dimensional. Again, spiritual help, helping you create a change here, something for your future. For some of you, it could be related to a person in your life, a situation as well. They're helping you with knowledge on how to deal with this. Maybe for some of you, if you want to take some extra steps, do a little bit of your magic work if you are into that as well. But this dimensional beings, for some of you, there's an energy. As you can see, we have like an eclipse happening. I feel like there's portals opening. So if you believe in that, and there could be people here coming through to kind of help you in some sort of situation. Yeah, there's something that spirit is co-creating with you. There's a change here that's needed to be made, and I feel like for some of you, this is a change that was meant to or supposed to be done a long time ago, but it didn't happen. Bottom of the deck, we have again dream, and this is a D. The side says manifestation, and we have a little fairy on top of a mushroom, plan, and B. Again, manifestation, co-creation, protection here, knowledge, help, support, changes are coming, needs to coming. For some of you, you are also being guided to step into your strength with this Knight of Wands energy as well. So, and there could be some sort of lessons that some of you could be learning also this week, as with this Turkey energy, potentially learning about yourself or other people, right? So, for some of you, if you are traveling back home from a place, there could be a situation that you could be confronted head on with this Knight of Wands. So, and their spirits asking you to be strong and stand your ground. But that's all I have, and I hope that it helped and supported you, and I'll see you guys on our next video.